This is the B&S tenor saxophone, and it's fully overhauled. That means I've got all new pads in it. If you pause the video, you'll be able to see the pads in here as I show you this angles here. Let's have a look a bit closer at the camera. All new pads, all set up, all the mechanics tightened up, and feels nice and snappy. If you've got decent headphones on, have a listen to the key action. I'll go down the instrument. It's ringing like a bell. Very percussive sound, isn't it? So this is the B&S blue label, as they call it, because of the blue badge on the body to bell brace. And this is in quite good condition, I would say, for its age. In other words, it's in great condition for its age. This is probably from the 70s or 80s. I haven't checked the serial number yet. Serial number, yeah, I don't know offhand, but I'm sure it's probably about 30 or 40 years old, so I think it's pretty good for its age. Anyway, this is a large bore tenor saxophone. That means the neck on this will be way too big to fit into a Yamaha or Selmer or Yanagisawa. It is a large bore. The other way around, the Yamaha neck will be way too small to fit in here and it will rattle around. And I like these large bore instruments. I have a mixture of large bore and regular bore instruments like the Yamahas and Selmers and Yannis. And I kind of float between them because I sort of get the drive to try these instruments and think, okay, I need to shove more air. Oh, I want to refine my sound, so I'll go to a smaller bore instrument like the Yamaha. Or I think, well, I'm on a gig, it's a fusion gig, I want more power and stuff, so I'll use something like this or the Kyleworth Vintage or whatever. And these things never disappoint. And these B&S's, I have about 3 or 4 of them. And they're just great saxophones in their own right. I can't knock them. I would say that they're not, for example, top elite level quality instruments, but they're definitely not garbage, and they're definitely not sort of less than average. I think they're slightly above. Now, as a pro musician, I would use this all day, every day. If this was an option between this or a Yamaha, Selmer, Kyleworth, I don't care which one it would be. I don't really have a huge preference. I mean, yes, I always end up on my Yamaha. That's probably contradicted myself. Yes, I do have a kind of a preference. I end up on my Yamaha. But this is not really a bad horn in any way. It's got a great sound. It's easy to blow. And it just gives a huge sound. So anyway, maybe a bit confusing with my information there, but basically what I was trying to say was that these things are decent saxophones in their own right. I would not be ever disappointed if this was the only saxophone in the world to play. This would be a great choice. Anyway, I'll give you a noodle up and down on this. It's a large bore B&S tenor saxophone. Big, gutsy sound. Bottom end subtone. Nice and warm sound. I'll push a bit more air through. Really big sound. sound. It's hard to tell maybe on the camera here, but if you've got decent headphones on, you'll hear what I mean. Let's push the volume a bit more. Big, huge sound. I'll go back a bit further next to these drums. That's the B&S tenor saxophone, a great tenor in its own right, and a cute underdog.